XRP has risen by over 60% since the last low, but can we finally continue the uptrend now, or will we see lower prices? In this video, I will talk about XRP and share my price prediction for the future. Before we start the video, join my free Telegram group. There I share daily analyses on Bitcoin, XRP, and all other cryptocurrencies. First link in the description. On a weekly basis, we can see that after the last all-time high at about $1.96, we got this massive sell-off. And when we got into this demand zone, we saw really bullish reactions from this demand zone, where we saw the push in 2021. And after this longer consolidation phase, we saw an initial bullish impulse entered this supply zone but couldn't move it higher. And technically speaking, this supply zone is strong because we saw a lower low from the last high. This means we saw a break in the structure. And as I've said, we came into this supply zone, created these massive wicks, and it's often the case that liquidity here gets taken in these highs, and then we first moved into the area, correct this site as it actually happened, and then we will continue to consolidate. And in the last few weeks, we have once again dropped below these last lows, taking out all the liquidity here and tested this last diamond zone. And then we saw this extremely bullish price action on the weekly time frame. Then started directly with this bullish candle and it closed much higher. This means it is a bullish engulfing pattern, and that's a very bullish sign. And now the chance is high again that we will see increasing prices. The only question is, how high will we rise? And the next interesting prices are these last two highs, because often when we see two highs close to each other, there's a lot of liquidity here over and at these highs, which means we could come into this region. And then the question is whether we will see bearish rejection again, or whether we will see this break upwards and retest. Additionally, we formed some kind of interim range here, so the chance is high that we'll see another move here as well. Bounce off and come back into this range. However, we will, if we break through it upwards, there's a high chance we'll come back to this supply zone, and then it'll be interesting to see if we get bearish rejection here again, or if we break upwards. Because if we break this upwards and get bullish acceptance here, find this supply zone. Meaning if we break the around $1 mark, then I think the chances are extremely high that we really continue the bull run upwards. However, as long as we don't break this supply zone upwards, I think the chances are high that we will continue to consolidate in this range. And if we should break these, then the next bullshit price advantage would be over. The high here at around $1.41, because of course from this last high here, we saw a lower low, and often there is a lot of liquidity above significant highs, meaning the chance is high that we go into this zone. A rejection first, and then maybe continue the bullish trend upwards. And the last truly bullish price point would of course be the all-time high at around $1.96. In fact, it's not the all-time high, but the high of 2021, and the last bullish price level would of course be the all-time high, which Zurich is at $3.31. And from the current prices to this price here, we would have potential of over $500,000. I think we could definitely see this high again in this bull run. However, whether we can actually see this last ultimate high will depend on whether we break above it or continue to consolidate. Consolidate, because realistically XRP is consolidating a lot and we don't really see bullish impulses like for example with Solana. However, if in the near future we should see bullish impulses and really strong momentum, then I could imagine that you'll also eventually should reach this target and maybe even higher prices. It greatly depends on how XRP performs. And if you're still looking for an exchange to trade XRP for spot or futures, then I can recommend Blofin. Blofin has no KYC and very low fees. And with the link in the video description, you get up to $5,000 trading bonus on top. So fundamentally speaking, I think we've seen a very bullish sign here, as I said. Took the liquidity, tested this last demand zone and showed this bullish impulse. Now, the question is whether this bullish power is enough to push the price further up and alter these last range upwards. If that should happen, as I said, then I think we'll come into this supply zone and at the latest see a bearish reaction here. However, if we manage to break through this as well, I think the chances are high that we'll see a real explosion for XRP. And the worst case scenario would be if we see rejection here again, break below these last lows and a low reaction form, then there's a high chance that we'll consolidate at these lower prices for a lot longer. But as I said, the likely scenario is that we're break upwards and then we'll have to see how we react to these highs here. So guys, thanks for watching. I wish you all the best with your trading and see you in the next video.